Hey guys, Huzzy here bringing you another video. Now welcome to another Spotting Pro game. So today we're watching a SKT member. This is SKT1 Khan. So yeah, the top laner for SKT, I believe. And I'm kind of interested to see how this goes because, you know, we watched Faker for, I don't know how many games of Faker I would have uploaded if I weave this one in between, because I've recorded 2 Faker games, but I might put one Faker game, the Rise game, then I might put this one, and then I might put the second Faker game, just so you're not getting a lot of Faker. So this game we're watching Khan play Camille. Now, on his match history, there was crazy stomps that I could have selected, but I didn't want to do that. Like, I wanted to see a good performance by him, but what kind of drew me to this was Camille. Camille is like a weird kind of champion, or at least at the moment. Like, there are some people that really think that she sucks, and there's other people that think she's really overpowered. So I want to see how she does. You know, this is a Riven they're against, and Camille is kind of squishy. So a good Riven with a great combo can definitely kill a Camille. But I want to see how it goes. We'll also mention that this game was during Khan's placements on this account, which obviously has Diamond 1 MMR. And the tier average of this game was Master. So the average rating in this game was Master, which means there could be a couple Diamond 1s. There's probably mainly Master players, but there also could be like a Grandmaster or a Challenger player here or there. Because obviously the higher rating you go, there's not enough people a lot of the time to fill up all the roster of the games. So you've got to be a little bit more lenient on what's actually in the games. Now, straight away at level 1, very passive Riven. Now, you've got to ask yourself the question sometimes, why is the Riven being passive? Is it, you know, can Riven not trade at level 1 to a Camille, which is possible? Because, you know, Camille's level 1 with the true damage Q is actually very strong with the passive shield. So potentially the Riven's like, don't want to trade at that at level 1, I'll just get beat. Or it is, you know, the SKT pros, we all know that they're here now, everybody knows their accounts. It very much well also could be the Riven knows that this is Khan and like, I don't want to fight you. Wait, what? Crazy aggression coming by Camille, taking 2 tower hits. Riven goes for a flash. Khan has to flash away. Holy moly. So that is what I potentially call over-aggression by the Camille. You know, getting 2 tower hits at level 2 is quite a big deal. So, yeah, that was kind of crazy. Now, the good thing here is Ivan is around. This could easily, baddie, easily bait. You can see also Jarvan on the minimap is near top lane. Easily bait the Riven in that she's level 3. She's higher health. Here's the Ivan. Lands the root. Remember, no flash for either person right now. And first blood will be taken. So that, again, both enemy junglers are in the area. But Ivan got there quicker because obviously Ivan's clear is also, you know, fantastic. Considering he just, like, hugs the buff and then smites it. So there's first blood. Worth also noting the farm is more than double, obviously. That might... Well, actually, no, it's not going to change because look what the minion wave is doing. Unless Khan doesn't want this, it is pushing into the Camille's territory. So this could easily be a really bad situation for Ribbon, that this just pushes, Khan lets it push, and then he could freeze it. And there is basically nothing the Riven can do. No idea why Riven is taking this fight, by the way. Maybe it's because the minion advantage. I think Riven is dead again. And again, most of this is because over-aggression from... Lovely, lovely play there. Delayed the E second half so they could be accurate with landing the next part to it. And they waited until the Ivan landed the root. So far, we're seeing an incredibly dominant performance by Camille, and this a lot of people go, Huz, I thought you said you weren't doing a complete stomp. Yeah, this game lasts half an hour, so it's not a complete stomp. Top lane so far is, Riven has 5 farm versus 20, what's going to be about 30 farm by the end of this minion wave. So 6 times the farm, and already 2-0 versus 0-2. So this in top lane is one of the biggest stomps I think I've ever seen for at least a master level game. And what is also kind of nice, obviously Khan using the IG skin, I think that is from last season. It's always kind of funny when all the other pros use other pro skins. And how weird would it be you're a pro and you're using your own skin? That would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? It's something that probably none of us are ever going to get. Unless like Riot goes, right, we're making some league partner skins. Huzzy, you're getting a skin. I'll be like, oh, it's never going to happen, but yeah. Right, so the rest of the game, worth noting, bot lane is even, jungle, pretty close, but Ivan obviously doing quite well himself. There's a big thing happening in bot lane, which does involve a Twisted Fate roam. Also, does seem to potentially be another ADTF. This one is running Fleet Footwork, though. So this is maybe the difference. So every single ADTF that I've seen do terribly is always running Kleptomancy, and then they legit have no damage whatsoever. This one's running Fleet Footwork. Maybe that would give the movement speed, the damage to sustain that you actually need to make this pick work, and maybe this game will see it. I'm hopeful. Again, I'm hopeful all the time. I'm just a pessimist because I literally haven't seen anyone do well with it. So trading here and there in top lane, always going to go to the advantage of the Camille right now. You can see Riven is pinging for help. And if I'm honest, it could be too late at this point. You know, half farm, and obviously, yeah, you're going to recover a bit. It was, you know, 6 times the farm. It's never going to stay that much, because when it goes to... Oh my god, is she getting tower dove? So Ivan's back here. They are ready to tower dive. Level 6 by Camille means that the Riven literally cannot escape. Twisted Fate is joining the fray as well. And yeah, this is a farewell most likely to Riven. The question is, can she get someone in return? I would probably wager... No. God. This poor Riven. So far, meanwhile, Jarvan also is in the area. So far, this is what you'd expect. An SKT top laner is making a master solo queue player look like a fool. Like, this is what you expect. And yeah, we're getting everything from it. And it's not like she's playing the most overpowered champion in the meta. It's not like, you know, a couple of the games in her Khan's match history, was Jax. And it was like, I don't want to watch a Jax game. It's kind of boring. And half the time you're expecting Jax to get mega fed because it's Jax. This is Camille. And, you know, Camille's got decent early game. If you're using the true damage, you're using a passive at the right times. But she's not known to be a stomping early game top laner. Like, no way. This game, though, crazy. First item purchase is Tiamat. Riven is so much on the back foot, by the way. She cannot even buy sustain. The Riven is so much trying to keep up with some damage items. She's sacrificing sustain for it, which I don't think is the right move. I think she should, you know, should have got a refillable instead of one of those long swords or even the cloth armor, because what is hurting the Riven more, she's taking trades, she's losing the trades. The Camille's going to sustain with the potions, and the Riven can't match that. Oh my god. And Riven now, I think, has accepted her fate relatively, and she is dead again. Holy moly, dude. So, you know, part of this isn't just all on the Camille. It's not all on Khan. The Ivan's had a fantastic game. Usually, in what could be the Riven's defense, by the way, we all know the meta, mainly of Season 9, has not been a top-focused meta when it comes to ganking. Very little jungle pressure in solo queue, goes to top lane. It's become more of an island than it was even a year ago. So when a jungler does camp top lane, it really throws you off. Like, again, someone that I mained top half of the season, it truly, truly throws you off. And yeah, this Riven is getting obviously mega punished for it. Vision obviously would help her out, not putting any down. You know, we can see now she's like not even going top lane, she's near mid. The enemy team will come up and kill the Twisted Fate, so that's good. Riven gets involved in something, and while you're having a terrible game, just getting involved in something can make the difference. Being like, oh, good, I'm on the board, I helped my team do something. That can definitely help your mental. And just to say, I don't know if I've mentioned it, I think I did. This game is half an hour long, so it looks like a stomp. It's 2 kills to 7. Camille's killing the tower before 10 minutes. She's 301 already. This game somehow lasts to half an hour. So something must go wrong for Red Team, not simply to end this game straight away. So first tower is taken. There is a 2-level difference between the top laners right now. Gold-wise, 2.2 for Riven, 5.1 for Camille. Oh my god. I don't even know if this is going to go well for the enemy team. Camille probably will die. Oh, the Jarvan ultimate, perfectly timed. And Camille will go down. So yes, they are human at least, and they will die. Really nice play by Jarvan, actually. Risky, because Riven was so close to dying. She did have to flash at the end just to make sure she didn't die. But that's, I guess, what you get when you're literally here at 9 minutes and you have 0 vision. There's no vision whatsoever. Maybe with a full completed item, Camille could make that work. Maybe even now with a Phage and Sheen on top of what she had. Yeah, maybe now a 2v1 is possible, but before, not so much. Ivan's looking for a lane gank. It is a Caitlyn brand lane with Dark Harvest on the brand. Again, there's always the argument of which one do you pick between these two. I'd say for pro play, Zyra is better because she has a more... it's more consistent in terms of her CC, but obviously Brand's damage output is vastly more than Zyra's. But again, in pro play especially, you're not picking a support really for damage. Solo queue, you can. So Ivan's going to get the goal, hits it in between them. Brand does a bit of damage, but that's about it. They are looking for a bit of play in mid lane. Camille's just going to not do anything there and just back off to top lane. Surprised she's not taking that Scuttle Crab, if I'm honest. There is a pattern of watching really good players in solo queue take those when they think it's worth taking. Like, oh, my Ivan's nowhere near. I should just take this so we secure it. Here it's a bunch of gold. It's a bunch of XP. Riven again roaming to mid lane. Doubt she'll get anything here. Ivan nearly getting caught, I think, does get away, though. And, you know, Dragon is potentially on the table for the blue team. Camille does have her teleport, however. So it'll be interesting to see how the rest of this game goes. What is Khan's playstyle here? Does he continue split pushing? Does he just keep killing the Riven if he can? And split push, split push, split push and force the Riven to come to him? Or will he start grouping? This is kind of what I'm interested in, because both are obviously viable. He's got a Twisted Fate on his team that really should be the split pusher, but Camille is also not really known for her team fighting. She is much more of a 1v1 champion as well. Again, worth noting, nice combo. Very little vision from the Camille for the rest of the map. Twisted Fate does go down. But yeah, she got here. That's a bit late. There's no vision in like the deeper areas of the jungle, which I think would, you know, it would be a benefit to know if a gank is coming. There's two differences of vision. One, a preemptive ward that is quite deep to know if a gank is coming. And the second one is one like here, that you know a gank is here right now. So I think some wards in helping her realize, oh, they are on their way, I think would be beneficial. Riven looking a bit frustrated there, does get completely out-traded, misses her stun, and red team does pick up a double kill on the bot lane. Meanwhile, though, the Twisted Fate and the Jarvan, by the way, did die in the mid lane. This is probably a dead Riven. He comes through. Camille's probably just going to... doesn't even ultimate, just goes through a Q, then the W to finish her off. And this will be, which is crazy, a tier 2 tower before 13 minutes. Twisted Fate is dead again. You can clearly see the pick. ADTF is not working again. You know, I don't make this stuff up. I don't look and go, oh, is this a replay with a bad ADTF? This is just a game that I was like, right, let's watch this one. And it's another terrible ADTF who's dying to his lane opponent, who is very close to being half farm. It's insane. Right, so Ezreal does a fail flash. This is where a potential big play happens. Oh, my lovely dodge by Camille. She is going to go down to the 4v1. Yep, she does. Does pick up one kill, though. And that does give a... no, it doesn't give... Oh, no, it should have, maybe, a gold bounty. Meanwhile, the Ivan is taking the Rift, which is going to take him quite a long time to do. But remember, the Ivan changes in this patch. Ivan is now a ranged champion permanently, so he no longer has to be in a bush to get the ranged attacks. He permanently is ranged, which I think is a nice quality of life change. And that will also, by the way, give the red team the dragon, which again is a pretty big deal. Or was that blue team? Sorry, blue team the dragon. So that is potentially the comeback that we spoke about. How does this game last half an hour? Enemy team's playing really well. The Orianna is incredibly fed. Again, she is being given the free lane against the Twisted Fate. But, you know, the Riven is literally half farm right now. So what can Camille do to use that domination that she has? Like, can the Camille... And this is maybe... This shows why top lane isn't the meta lane right now. Is she is so much ahead of the Riven. The question is, does it even matter? Maybe not. Like, it's more bot lane and mid lane focused and hell jungle focused than it is at the top lane this whole year. And that doesn't mean, by the way, top laners can't carry, they can't climb. Again, play Jackson, you can probably climb all you want. But when you're playing a bit more of a niche pick like Camille, how much can you do? And that's what we're trying to find out. So like we mentioned earlier, what is the playstyle going to be? Are they going to group? Are they going to split? Well... kind of seems more of an individual solo wolf playstyle. Like, they're in top lane, they're pushing that by themselves again. When they went to make a bot lane play, it was after their team died. They got one kill, but also died. So, yeah, so far, things are kind of solo orientated. A gank is potentially on. Remember, Camille is the god of getting annoying champions like Ezreal caught. Because, yes, he has mobility, but if Camille lands the ultimate and he doesn't have a QSS, well, she can't get away. That's the point. They are going to go for a bit mid lane pressure. They do have Rift Herald that Ivan could use, but isn't so far. Twisted Fate trying to hold the bot lane. He has to be so careful that he just doesn't get one banged, basically. Gold card coming through, bit of DPS with the tower combined. Does half health the Orianna. That is something at least, which will keep her at bay for now. Red buff is up, which I presume they'd want to give to the Camille, or they might want it to go, obviously, to the Caitlyn. I'd probably give it to the Camille, actually, at the moment. She has that greater carrier potential right now. You give it to the Caitlyn in late game. She is going to go over and take it, probably mainly for the regen. Jarvan looking aggressive. Is going to kill the Caitlyn most likely. Brand does land the stun. Not sure if anything's going to come more of it. So she literally picks up the red buff and she dead. So Camille is now making her way down to the bot side. You can see Twisted Fate is nearly dead. Ivan does get the kill on the Orianna who ended up around here or something. I guess being a bit too hyper aggressive. And now Camille, I don't know, maybe not really sure what to do. Was going to go bot lane, but Twisted Fate hadn't backed off. Enemy team knows Camille is here. So they are most likely also going to be backing off. And ooh, that was a mistake. Mechanical mistake, you don't see it often. Into the tower, Camille is going to most likely die. Ezreal is going to die as well. Camille goes down. Arguably an okay-ish trade to make an AD carry for a top lane. But, you can see that the domination of top lane this game hasn't made that much of a difference in the game in general. That sums up top lane at the moment. Is if this was a mid lane, and you can see the difference in mid lane right now. If it was a Zed or something like hyper aggressive carry, yeah, the game would probably be over. Top lane Camille, it's just not as obvious to win you the game. So Orianna is pinging. She's got R ready, so she's looking for the combo with the Jarvan EQ, and then boom, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Camille can't do that. Orianna can, and that's legit. Perfect example of what I'm talking about. Mid lane versus top lane pressure at the moment. And again, I don't want to make the point clear because there are some people out there going, oh, does this mean top lane is a useless role? No, as I said, you still can carry games solo from top lane. If you're very good, you're also playing the right champions, I will say, you can do it. This is also why I was interested in a Camille game because I was like, you don't see that often. And I wonder how they do. So yeah, very well, a few mistakes here or there that he's making, but yeah, no, you can tell this is a very good Camille player with obviously the help of the Ivan in the early game. But how can we make it possible to win the game? Obviously, one big answer I would say is focus the Orianna would probably help. Obviously Camille's going for the Ezreal under the tower, lets the Orianna come back a bit later and kill everybody. So I do think that there needs to be some type of focus onto the Orianna. If she goes unchecked, I think she could just take over the game. One big wombo. If you're honest, look at the red team. It's a squishy team. Camille's not a tank, she's a bruiser. Ivan's a squishy, whatever the hell he is, tank, I guess. ADTF is squishy, Caitlyn's squishy, Brand's squishy, so an Orianna can kill everything. And remember, Orianna did get buffed recently, so she's pretty damn good. I do hope we see a bunch of Orianna in Worlds, in the actual World stages, because I love watching a good Orianna in Worlds. One big wombo combo and stuff like that is fantastic to watch. Camille trying to be a bit annoying, rightfully so. Backing out at the right time because Orianna is now in the area. Dragon is coming up. Enemy team only 700, now 800 gold behind. Is that enough that they could take the lead? As I mentioned, squishy, the Brand gets one shot. And that will likely give the blue team the dragon pressure. Because like we've mentioned before, that we don't see it. ADTF is pretty much useless in a team fight. What is he known for? Split pushing. And that's what this one is doing. So finally, again, this one is still doing terribly. But at least he's split pushing, which is what it's supposed to do. So that's something, I guess. Right, so here comes a big fight potential. Not sure this is going to go well. Does re-engage. The only way I would say truly of winning this, Orianna comes down, not enough damage. If Camille used her ultimate to dodge Orianna ultimate, obviously that would have been very impressive. But for now, that will be that. What is also interesting me is the boot choice of Camille is incredibly confident. She bought Boots of Lucidity against a 7-1 Orianna. That to me is like, I don't care that you're fed. I'm Camille and I'm going to just kill everything. So let's see if that works out, because obviously not having Merc Treads does make her a bit squishier to the Orianna. Unless, there is a Sterix by the looks of it going to be, oh, look like, see that? No Merc Treads, so squishy to the really fed Orianna. That might be a mistake, honestly could be. They are going to buy a Sterix, and obviously Sterix or more and Mortius. You can't buy both of them. More would help her against Orianna, which in this game might actually be better. But they are going to go for the Serix. Oh no, I could be wrong. They pick up a Titanic. Sorry, I actually forgot that was part of the component. Picks up the Titanic, now buying another pickaxe. What the hell's a pickaxe for? Death's Dance, maybe? Like, okay, so what we can kind of call this straight away is a hyper-aggressive Camille build, playstyle, everything. Hyper-aggressive. You know, so much so, like we've just said, hyper-aggression is buying cooldown reduction boots instead of defensive Mercury Tread boots when the enemy team has in stupidly fed Orianna. Now, that's crazy aggressive. Yeah, normal solo queue players don't do that. So, yeah. What would interest me, and I'll say, I promise right now, I haven't looked at the build as a whole. Will she change her boots by the end of the game? If right now, feel free to comment and put your bet. Will she change the boot by the end of the game? I'm probably going to say yes. If I had to guess, again, I promise you guys, look at the damage return. Oh, misses the E, which isn't great. Does, oh, lovely Camille ultimate to dodge the Riven stun. Nice solo kill under a tier 2 tower, by the way. That does show how strong the Camille is in the 1v1. The Baron not being done. Twisted Fate ultimate scouts it out. And the tier 2 will be killed. So this Camille has already killed 2 tier 2 towers. Meanwhile, the Zyra does get caught and killed, which is great. She's killed 2 tier 2 towers already in 20 minutes. Orianna ult misses. That's huge. And again, no point being a fed Orianna if you're not going to hit anything or hit your ultimate. Jarvan flashes, which I think is pointless. Camille's now flanking through. Does E. What was that flash by Orianna? I got the idea that she was trying to flash over while Camille went the other way, but she flashed too early to make it work. This could be a Baron play. Camille's... Whoa! Baron... Ezreal goes down, and now Baron's being started. So there we go. The red team has now taken over the game again. And, you know, really that started... Yeah, there was a solo kill on the tier 2, and Camille killed it. Now... The question that you've got to have is, did that start the good things happening? No way. Riven does go for the little cheeky kill on the brand, and then she's going to leave. All right. Now, the reason why I say, did Camille make that all happen? Because a lot of people go, no, they got the Zyra. They caught the Zyra. How did they catch the Zyra? My partial thinking is, was the Zyra and the blue team distracted by looking at bot lane going... Oh, our Riven just got killed at the tier 2 bot lane, and Zyra is kind of watching that instead of the game. So it possibly could be the Camille's pressure that is also adding to this game. Like, it definitely is. But that is also why maybe Zyra even got caught. She was watching bot lane. Oh, God, she's dead again. Oh, God, I'm caught now too. And everything snowballed from there. Another, obviously, big reason is the Orianna missed her ultimate, which... Really, the massive win condition, because the enemy bot lane is 1-4-1-4, so they're not having a great game anymore. Really, the win condition of blue team is the Jarvan and Orianna. Use them together, land a big ultimate, and you'll probably kill a bunch of people. Will you kill the Camille anymore? Arguably no. Now, one of the big defenses to the Camille and not buying magic resist so far could be... I'm so far ahead. I'm level 15. Riven's level 12. Orianna's level 13. I'm so far ahead in levels. I'm so far ahead in items, which also gives me health. Health also counters magic, by the way, if it's not percentage health, if it's not Liandry damage. So the amount of health that the Camille has, which, by the way, is nearly 3.3 thousand, honestly could in itself be a counter to Orianna. Haven't even mentioned, by the way, her runes and stuff. So she did go Grasp of the Undying this game. So hyper-aggressive build, hyper-aggressive playstyle, but with Grasp of the Undying, not PTA, not Conqueror. And I do partially think, wow, I do misses the Orianna ultimate. So look how much the enemy team is trying to kill. So they used Orianna ultimate, Ezreal ultimate, Zyra ultimate. Jarvan uses EQ combo. Riven now is teleported. All for the Camille. All for the Camille that's been. And they don't kill her. The pressure that this Camille has is unreal. It's lovely to watch. Right, so now they're working together as a team. Camille doesn't have ultimate. Ivan has used his ult, but obviously it's a pretty low cooldown. They do a Baron buff. They also got the first dragon, Wind Dragon, which isn't the best thing in the world. Enemy team does have 2 mountains, so that is obviously good for late game if they manage to get there. And now the pressure is on. So Twisted Fate, you know, say what you want about him, does no damage, but what he does have is a ranged stun. So that should come in handy. And Camille, you know, you notice this isn't really going to work. We're not really pushing that much. I'm back to top lane and I'm going to continue farming. So very soon, by the way, yes, the Camille is about to be 100 farm up on the Riven in 25 minutes. That's insane. Right, so Riven's going to go aggressive. This is actually potentially a dead Camille. Ignite by the Zyra. Sterix has popped 3v1 right now. Twisted Fate coming to help, though. They do trade. Twisted Fate picks up the kill, and that will be that. So again, hyper-aggression does get punished occasionally, and generally it gets punished by getting outnumbered. And that's happened, what, twice this game? Twisted Fate will also go down again, and they should, this team, back off. So that's not great by red team. Camille probably had to be a little bit more careful being that deep by herself. In order to be that deep by herself, you need the team to be pressuring here. You need pressure to not let the team roam to you, and that just wasn't really happening. Good brand ultimate does make the enemy team want to back off, but I think that will more or less cover this play for now. Bit more farming, and then I would presume they're going to back off and buy. There's no objectives, so yeah, just farm a bit more, back off, buy, reset. Gold-wise, worth kind of having a little laugh about, I guess. 13.3 thousand, or basically 13.4 thousand versus 7.6. Nearly double. Twisted Fate, obviously, a decent amount down too. AD carries, actually, even though, you know, he's 2 and 4, she's 3-2, it's not actually that different. It's 100, roughly, gold difference. And why? Kleptomancy on the Ezreal, obviously. Support, I've always said, where you always see where the game difference is, usually, when someone isn't fed or anything, is support gold difference. Because supports get their gold through assists, they get their gold through objectives, and you can see that the brand is 1.3 thousand gold ahead, so that is pretty significant by the support differences. But yeah, again, same thing that's happening though, so it's going for more the split push playstyle that we kind of would think, but needs to be careful when you're doing it. You know, you can't push that much when there's no pressure on the board. This time, Khan realizes it and he backs away before anything bad could happen. The red buff, by the way, was taken by Ivan, I presume, and look who's taking it. Camille has taken it. And you can see the Caitlyn's not happy. 3 question mark pings on Khan. She's like, what are you doing? I'm an AD carry. Why are you taking away my red? And honestly, I maybe partially agree with that for at the moment. The Camille is just doing so much better. And what would make this game, especially now with this split push playstyle that obviously the Camille is doing, split push, kill the lane opponent in the 1v1, and then the enemy team has to make a massive choice. Do we go kill the split pusher, or do we defend the rest of the team? It makes the enemy team split way more, and if red buff helps Khan kill whoever goes against him in split push, whether it's the Orianna or whoever, I think it's a good idea. I don't think red buff is going to give the Caitlyn that much right now. They do kill the Jarvan. I guess he just was a little bit too hyper-aggressive, does get caught. And now, like, who's going to contest the Camille? So now what the red team should be... Yep, so this is perfect. Baron is coming up. Camille is still in bot lane. So let's pause it just to, again, make the point clear. If Camille kills the Riven, which, let's face it, might happen, and hell, she might even get the base tower without without Riven doing anything, do you have to go stop the Camille? If we don't go stop the Camille, she's going to get an inhibitor. That's really bad. But at the same time... Oh god, they're doing Baron. What the hell do we do? That is the power of split push. But the biggest thing that people get wrong when it comes to split push throughout all the ratings of the game, from unranked to even in Diamond, people split push at dumb times. Even Khan has done it once or twice this game. You have to split push when there is pressure that your team is giving. Right now, it's the Baron. It could be a Dragon. It could be Khan's here. His team is over here. There has to be something to allow the split push to happen. A lot of people don't do that, and that is usually where it goes wrong. So we'll see how this goes. I presume, so Riven's just going to go for the farm. Now, that again, that should be a dead Riven. 100% should be a dead Riven, but I guess what, okay, so what Khan didn't do, me saying should be a dead Riven was under the assumption that the blue team was maybe going to go stop the Baron. As you can see, what did the blue team decide to do? Not stop the Baron. They have decided to stop the split push instead, so that means this is a successful split push. So the split push is allowing the red team to get the Baron completely for free. It's massive. Now the question is, does Camille survive? Also, I don't think she's going to change boot. I thought she would, but because of the split push playstyle, she hasn't needed to change boot. Here we go. Whiffed an Orianna ultimate. I will say for a fed Orianna this game in Master, she has missed a lot of ultimates. Here comes the big hyper-aggression all-in. 1 death. It's now a 1v4. She will go down in the end, but there is a free Baron. She also trades the kill. So honestly, that is completely fine. Remember, we did kind of point out that very soon that she'd be 100 farm ahead. She is more. She is 120 farm ahead of her lane opponent at 20 before 29 minutes. This is what I'd call, like, yes, some people say, oh, it's kind of a stomp. It's like a weird stomp. It's like, yes, the difference of these two are massive, but the game has been made harder by, you know, certain things. It's a cool game to watch because without the Camille, I legit don't think the red team would win. It's been such a pressure carry, and that's the word, pressure carry. It's not like the Camille's 20-0 and like literally unkillable. She is killable. She's pretty squishy, but it's the pressure that is making the difference. And again, it's awesome. Really awesome. Camille respawning in 3 seconds. Infernal Dragon is up. Definitely blue team wouldn't want the red team to get this. Teleporter's coming. Enemy team will know that. You can see they're pinging it. They are spam pinging it going, oh god. And now that the Camille's died, that, by the way, teleport, we talked about pressure. That teleport allowed basically made Jarvan not go for the steal because he knew Camille's in the area. But that death that Riven just had, she doesn't want to die anymore. Oh, we'll pause it in a second. She doesn't want to die anymore. So what she's done is now buy GA, because what that does, GA especially for split pushing, adds even more pressure, because if you die, which this Camille is squishy, it allows her to revive and make, you know, it makes the enemy team have to spend more time to try and kill her. Now, like we mentioned earlier, what makes a good split push? It's split pressure. So your bot lane, your team is doing Baron. Look how the picture perfect split push is happening. Camille's now top. Look at where her team is going. They're going bot. This is how you make split push work. Now, my only criticism right now is she potentially too deep right now? Like, she's right near the enemy base and her team is just here. It's not like they're there. So there is a small argument that the enemy team could try to go all in right now. But will they? Let's have a little watch. We don't know where the enemy team is. And there you go. Orianna is showing in the bot side. So yeah, they are going to go all in potentially on the Camille. Lovely E gets away from the Jarvan. And yeah, so 4 people try to go for her because they saw a window of opportunity that, you know, this team wasn't in place yet. So if we can kill her really quickly, then boom, then the split push is ruined. Now, what Camille is doing is really clever. Why wait here when you can be more pressureful? So be in the enemy base. Make these guys down here go, she's literally in our base. What are we doing? So you either have to full engage all them, or you have to go stop the Camille. You can't do both. So this, again, is legit. And this isn't clickbait. This is the perfect example of split pushing in solo queue. The end. It's the perfect example. You know, there's been small mistakes here or there. There's been a bit of overstay, but generally, when the bit of overstay has happened, or a bit of you know random overstay here or there, meanwhile Riven's going aggressive, the red team has got a Baron or whatever like that. So it does work out. So 2 people, as you can see, trying to kill the Camille. She kills one of them. While this is happening, by the way, remember 2 people are trying to take on Camille. That only leaves 3 people to defend here. That gives a number advantage here. With Baron buff, that means they break into the base. Literally, I'm not making up. This is the perfect example of split push. Camille gets a double kill. They break into the base. They're going to get every single inhibitor. And this is likely the game. Camille gets another kill onto the Orianna, who didn't even use ultimate. And Camille uses her GA finally, so she does use it. Jarvan's going to go down to Camille once again. And then, yeah, her KD looks a little bit more dominant now. 14-5-2. Probably by the end of the game. I don't know why Twisted Fate just did that. Again, it is worth saying, I know he just died for free, but he was 3-6. Another pretty bad Twisted Fate performance. I legit we hold the record, still have not seen, wow, holy moly, still have not, wait, what, how, wait, what? We need to watch that again. Pentakill, where did that come from? Let's watch that again in a second. Hang on. We'll watch it the whole way through. How did that, oh, I guess that counted. But yeah, so another bad ADTF performance. So, just to make it clear of how that pentakill happened. A pentakill happens if you kill all of the enemy team before one person respawns. That's, in theory, how a pentakill works. I think there is a time limit to it, like it might be a minute or something in late game after, and it still counts. So yeah, really long respawn time. So there's the double kill. Double kill. Now she goes, and she gets the triple kill. So it should pop up. There's the triple kill. And I will say, very close to probably it not being a triple kill. There is the quadra kill. So again, still counting. And in a second... So I am surprised, by the way, so far. Like, by now, I'll be like, all right, your kill spree has ended. It'll reset back to, you know, the kill spree isn't continuing. But wait for it, because, again, nobody has respawned yet. Ezreal doing his thing, playing quite well. Double kill. Camille's going for it. He gets a triple kill. And here is a pentakill. So Ezreal got a quad, and Camille got a penta. But she got a penta in about a 40-second period. So that's kind of crazy. But there's the game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. This, again, video title was probably on the lines of the perfect split pusher SKT1 Khan on Camille or something like that. Because I truly, truly believe he did. Like, let's be honest, he's nearly double in farm also to a lane opponent that wasn't grouping. She was also split pushing mainly with him to stop him. She just couldn't. Crazy. This was master. Crazy. Hope you guys enjoyed, though. If you did, throw a like on the video, throw a subscribe, throw a comment. See you guys next time. Peace.